Talon O'Day.
That is I.
All right. So you were telling me about how you are a fire spinner in Thailand.
That is also true.
That's pretty interesting, especially since you weren't a fire spinner before you went to Asia.
Nope. I went on like a spirit journey, essentially buying like a one-way ticket and then taking the flow in more of a lifestyle sense than like a literal I'm spinning a prop sense. And then that led to me finding the flow, literally.
And so now you do performances in Thailand with a fire troupe called Medicine Circus.
That is also very true.
Tell me a little bit about the performances that you've done, like in the last year.
In the last year, it has gone from a loosely held fire jam at a hostel in northern Thailand, and in the past year, it's gone to a fully professional performance with act after act of like everything from clowns to acrobats, aerial silks, usually almost always involving fire.
How many people are in your troupe now?
Well, it's a traveling town, so it fluctuates based on high and low season, because you'll get someone that's crazy good, like really, really good, and they'll come in and they'll do some stuff, but they'll be there for like 2 weeks. So I'd say there's like a solid core of like 10 people.
Mm-hmm. And how did you find this fire troupe?
All right, so basically last year, I flew to Southeast Asia with like no plan at all, and then ended up by a crazy series of yes and no decisions meeting some people that were like, oh, come to this festival in Bangkok. We have +1s. We're performing there. I'm like, oh, cool. What are they performing? I don't know. And then get there, and they're just like doing a really sick LED show at like the biggest rave in Bangkok, and it was just super synchronistic and weird. After that, spur of the moment decision, flew to Cambodia, and I met like the Flomads, which are another fire family that is just super awesome, and it's all about like intimacy and learning and like no judgment. So it's just like download after download since then. And then found myself in northern Thailand, basically like running a jam at this hostel. Did that for a while. Some other people came, left, went back to California for a year, came back, and it was like the seed had been planted there for something to like grow, and that's what Medicine Circus became. That's cool.
Nice. Now, you told me there's a story behind the name Medicine Circus and the meaning behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it gets all into flow therapy and like movement is medicine, but the reason why any of us really are passionate about this is because like the community and the sense of family and the togetherness of everyone having a goal. Like, I'd say flow festivals are really similar to that, because they're unlike any other music festival or anything, because everyone has like the same goal of wanting to learn and be better. And so that's medicine more than anything else. It's just being united, man.
Now, your show also incorporates, you said, some magic as well as like lyra and aerial arts.
Yeah. Basically, since it's in a traveling town, the people that will come in and out are super eclectic. So you got one guy one day just showing up with a sear wheel and like shredding it, and then you never know the next time. Like the patriarch of the household that is Medicine Circus is the fire dad, and he's like a 10-year veteran magician, and we do a bunch of eclectic, diverse stuff.
Can you give me an example of one of the acts?
Well, I can tell you about my act.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me about your act.
So me and my good friend, we've known each other for about 8 years. We're both clowns. So we do a bunch of like acro clowning and partner juggling while it's all on fire, and it's hilarious. And so there's that. There's a bunch of like powerhouses of people that are just now learning to spin. Like one of the girls was like martial arts expert, acrobat, karate trained person, and then just decided to pick up flow arts at like 18 and is already just shredding it. So some of the solo performances of like character and storyline in the act itself are just like,
Mm-hmm. When do you, you're here at the Pacific Fire Gathering Festival,
that is a fact.
and I heard that you had to, you flew in straight here from Thailand.
Not straight here. I had like a couple days, but that doesn't really make sense to my brain because getting back here, we saw like 4 sunrises and 3 of which were on the same day because of the time difference and flying. So I was pretty discombobulated. I still am. I'm like associated 14 hours ahead. So
Mm-hmm. So, what do you do inside the act? Like, what do you spend? What do you perform with?
so I usually perform with doubles, but I don't come right out with them. My buddy, he basically starts this juggling bit, and then we do a little like fight for attention,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like some really simple acrobatics and like partner juggling and stealing and whatnot, and then after that we like we row a boat off,
Uh-huh.
and then we come back on, and he's got all everything like balanced on his head, and I blow him over because the boat is quite unstable.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, basically, as he's making poi-like gestures with 2 clubs, I'm using his frame to do contact doubles off of, and it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna have to cut this short because my recording device here keeps flashing
It's
low
doing
battery. But this was a great interview. Thanks for talking to me, Talon.
Thank you, Brother Brian.
Yeah.
Fire now. You got my attention. Is something burning?
If you want to support the All Things Fire podcast, head on over to patreon.com and search for Morgan Floki. Thank you for all your support, travelers. Have a great day.